Hold on, guys. Fix my mic.
Okay. All right. There we go. We should have a good mic now. Let me get my screen up. How we doing, chat? What's going on, everyone? What up, ASFX? Let's get our screens up. Man, happy Tuesday. I'm happy to be back here. I believe James Bruce will be coming on as well. Not sure when. I haven't confirmed with him, but I think he's coming on. So hopefully we'll see James in a few minutes. What a day in the markets, man. Damn. What's going on, everyone? We are live on YouTube as well. Andy, what's up? Sean, what's good? What's good? And let me see the ASFX chat. Doug, what's up, man? Good to see you. Robert, Tion, Andy, what is going on? Yes, the live is active. I'm just, I always be a little late. I'm always a little late setting shit up. You know what I mean? But we're here. Good to be here. Today's been good so far for me personally. I caught shorts on stream on PFM TV in the morning. Caught some beautiful shorts on my Apex accounts, traded my Tradeify account. So we're up on all that. I'm also really close to passing some take profit trader evaluations, which I've never traded with them. This is the first time I've ever attempted trading with take profit trader. So if we can get funded on the first attempt, that would be pretty sweet. And then to a payout, who knows? We'll see. Would love to hear how you guys are doing. I'm definitely down to take more trades. We got to see what's up. Got to take good with the bad. Max loss on my Tradeify Lightnings, but I got my pre-live and took a $325 payout, 80-20, 260 after the split. Let's go, man. Hey, got to take the wins with the losses. I'm right there with you, brother. Good job. Daily payouts. You and Austin, you're just going to be milking that, I feel like. By the way, if any of you guys are watching on YouTube, just know that the chat on ASFX TV is who I'm talking to. So if you don't recognize the name, it's because I'm talking to the ASFX TV chat. But I'll make sure to pay attention to the YouTube chat as well. So what is good? What's going on, Deepesh? What's up, bro? Yeah, so we're kind of chopping around right here. I'll say I was a little surprised by the recovery rally that we had today, but I'm also not surprised. I think a lot of the analysis is making sense, so I'd be happy to go over it. I can also go over the trade that I took, the short. What am I logged into right now? I'm logged in on Apex. Okay, beautiful. So I could go to the micros and show you guys the trade I took, the executions. Right here. So I got short here on this IFVG, and we targeted these relative equal lows down here. Really nice trade. It's so funny. This doesn't look like much, but this is like 120 points on NQ. So crazy. But really nice trade. Really nice trade. A lot of back and forth, I will say. It was tough to hold. But if listen, we're following the trend. There was a clear draw on liquidity, which I can go over. So I felt fine holding the trade. I did not choke my trade and move stops to break even early, anything like that, because I knew that wasn't going to be the move. The market's just very volatile. So very nice trade. Let me just check Discord real quick, see if James is hitting me up. Maybe he wasn't supposed to be on today. I don't remember. I'll shoot him a message. But how are you guys doing? Can I get a P&L check in the chat? What about the rest of you guys? Gabrielle, hey, what's up? Robert, Hux, Brittany, what's going on, guys? What is good? What is good? What is good? So yeah, here's my trade, Apex. I can show my P&L on everything. I'm just stacking the base hits, gang. That's really all I'm doing, stacking the base hits. Here's Apex, a couple $100 on the accounts. It's all good to me, man. Easy trades. Tradeify. I'll go over those. Tradeify up a few hundred on all those accounts. And then take profit trader, man. I hope I can get these passed tomorrow. I'm really close. Very, very close to passing. So we're like $200 away. The thing about take profit trader is you need 5 trading days locked in. So I've just been taking it slow. Like tomorrow would be my 5th trading day. So I feel like there's no need to trade anymore on them today. And we'll just try and, get them passed tomorrow on the 5th trading day. But that'll be cool. Hopefully we could get those passed. Oh, James Bruce is here. Let me pull him up. Let's see, where do we want to do this? I feel like this is kind of, is that good? What's up?
What's up, bro? Sorry, after my last stream, I needed the bathroom, dude.
Oh, no worries, bro. I was doing the same, bro. What's the best layout here with 2 people? Should we do that?
So look. What I see you've been cracking it today, right?
Yeah, we're doing good. I was just going over my P&L.
Nice.
I need I need the producer here. Make sure my layout.
Did you take the longs?
I took shorts actually. I took shorts at the open.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So right here. Just trying to follow trends, you know what I mean? Keep it simple. And I have this red box right here is like an hourly fair value gap. Here, I'll clean up this chart a little bit. So we've inversed it now, but for the time being, it acted as resistance, right? So this was that hourly bearish fair value gap. I was like, I just want to see a new low a day or something, follow trends. So then if I go to the 15-minute, I really liked this wick. You know what I mean? I felt like if you go into replay from like here, what I was seeing here was, okay, beautiful like sweep of this high, kind of getting early longs induced into the idea. So liquidity sweep, and then I played a 1-minute inversion. So we swept liquidity right there, popped above, and then we had this IFVG.
Nice. Yeah, I could also I like the longs off of that low of day, to be honest. Back off as we break the VWAPs and off of the previous day's lows. So
dude, this was such a brutal holds though. Like, look at this. Look at all the chop, man.
Yeah.
Finally hit. It was brutal, but it worked. It worked out. So that was a good trade. That was Tradeify, Apex, and then Take Profit Trader. I actually took a long scalp on these. I'm like $200 away from passing these. That'll be cool. I'm wondering if I should start
those
trying to do
evals?
Trade Syncer. Yeah, these are evals, the Take Profit Trader accounts.
Sure.
I'm wondering if I should start maybe trying to implement Trade Syncer, and try putting some of these accounts together. I don't know though. I like my system, you know what I mean? But sometimes I think like I could scale up a lot more trading all of them together.
Copy trading, yeah.
Yeah, like my boy teammate Alex. I don't know if you've ever met him, James. He's a really good trader. Wait, I'm searching your name.
No, I don't.
This dude.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I met him through Prop Firm Match TV. He's kind of like come up out of nowhere. He's had 88K in payouts in like 80 days. He's just been killing it right now. And he's in New York too. So we're like, we've been talking a lot, but bro, look, this kid's like putting up green day after green day, small P&L, but he's trading like 20 accounts. So it's been really easy to get those bigger payouts.
Yeah. Once you copy trading. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, I mean, I'm copy trading, but I'm just not copy trading in probably the most efficient way in terms of maximizing payouts, but I am copy trading
firm, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm still like maximizing payouts per firm, and I think it's a good way I get to risk sync. But when you see this, you go, "Damn, maybe I should be doing this."
Of course.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a good day for me. How was your day, bro?
Bro, I'm actually flat. I've got that payout that's coming with. I can actually speak about that too. I don't think. Yeah, obviously this is the first kill zone of the week, but
pull up your
I have
screen.
that. Yeah, I've got that. This is what I really liked. Let's go to NASDAQ as well. So I like these longs here, like kind of like this. But as I said, like I've I had the baby crying and everything like that at the open. So I like the longs like that off of these previous days lows. That's what I really, really did like. But something like that. But I'm actually flat today. So let me actually bring up let's go like this. Let's go like that. Okay, let's get that up. Let's go like this. Can you see that? So this is one of my FTMO accounts that I've been working on. And I've actually reached the scaling plan. As you can see, you need a 4-month period. So I need another like 2 months or so. But I've made 2 rewards on that account and over 10% of profit. I've got this payout that's coming with them. So yeah, it's been going really, really nicely. And then once I take this, I just need to wait for the time period to be elapsed, and I will get the scaling plan with FTMO. So I'm going to a new batch of FTMO accounts. I just didn't have them up on the copier today and everything like that because they one of them is funded, one of them is challenged. So I just want to mix it up like that. I can trade them both together just with different risk sizing. But I've been trading the funded separately, and that's been doing quite well for me. So I've got this payout coming on Monday or Tuesday, something like that. And then I want to just need to wait for the time period to be lapsed, and I'll get the scaling plan, dude. So
what account sizes are you trading?
This is 100K. It's 100. I'm only trading 100K.
Solid.
Yeah.
I think that's the move. Like you want it because anything lower than that, you could find the same amount of drawdown in futures. But once you get into the 100K, you're getting that 10K static drawdown. I mean,
correct, the static drawdown. Yeah. So
So
I've just been trading 100Ks, and I've got 2 100K fundeds with them at the moment, and then this one will be scaled up. So this will go to 125K because they give you, as you can see, increase in balance of it 25%. And also I'll go to a 90% profit split. So my recent payout will be 3.7, not 3.3. So I'm just going to take this payout on Monday, and then I'll trade those other batch of FTMOs, the other funded and the other challengers as well. So hopefully get max funded with them too, bro. So that's the plan.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I love it. I want to answer some of these questions. What was someone asking? Do I draw the fair value gap or have an indicator? I mean, I draw it, but I do have an indicator. I highly recommend if you want to learn them, use this indicator right here. It's free. It's called FVG by Nephew Sam. So this is a free fair value gap indicator. Use that. That'll put that on. This is how I learned how to recognize them. You know what I mean? So you could see in here, these are all the bullish gaps. You can see where they're working, where they're not. If you go to the hourly time frame, it'll show you the hourly fair value gaps. You can see price moved into here, went lower, etc. So yeah, I'd recommend looking at that. But yeah, so what are you thinking, bro? You might take a trade today then?
I mean, longs are working out quite nicely at the moment. It is just at half day. So yeah, that's the only thing. But the longs are working out really, really nicely at the moment. Look at that.
Yeah, dude, they're cooking, bro.
So if we go down to like a lower time frame, I think like as soon as we breach, like this is where I wanted to take the long on this 5-minute time frame, like that, with like the stop at the lows, and that up to orb high. That's where I would have taken it, kind of. But that looks right now we're trading above VWAP, above opening range high. I think the longs could definitely be in play, but you would be buying it at half there at the moment. So it is a little bit more of a tricky one. All right.
Yeah, definitely. For me, it's all about draw and liquidity. So like, where could the market draw up to for the day if it's going to be bullish?
I mean, from a longer perspective, I would look like something like that. But obviously, we're late on in the day right now. Mine will be up at 25K.
Yeah, you know what I want to look at? I want to check the initial balance. See if we broke one side of that. Yeah, we broke the upside. So, you know, if you want to follow along on those stats, I'll get my screen up. If you want to follow along on the initial balance stats, I mean, it is much less likely that we make a new low a day now, right? That's how those stats work. I think it's roughly 70% of the time, depending on what time horizon you're looking at. So it's unlikely we're going all the way back down here, guys, which means, all right, you know, maybe longs are a better situation. There are draws on liquidity. I mean, all of this is in balance up here. I think if you get through this last gap, especially, I think we can really push maybe up to this gap. I'm trying to see what I could
look at
use as like an internal draw.
Creating a new half there. So it's actually interesting. Dude, the DAX was down literally like 4% at 4.5% at one point today.
Damn. And did it recovered?
It's up, down now 3. It's up another 1% from there, so it's down 3%. So it has recovered. Here we go, new half day at the moment.
But yo, James, for do you think that we could actually be recovering and just like go back up to highs? Like I'm looking at these equal highs right here on the 4-hour time frame. Like they're perfect. It's a perfect double top. This is exactly the kind of thing that I like to target to the upside. I don't think we take these today, but in general, I feel like this could be a good long target for the next couple of days or just for the week.
Sure. Yeah, I definitely think so. If you look at the high time frame perspective as well, I think potentially moving back up to where we sold off of yesterday on ESLB 6,900, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, Doug has some question. Doug has a question about the new Apex rules, dude. Apex, I'm telling you, man, they like changing the game right now. So they're still allowing you to trade 20 accounts, and they have end of day drawdown. So Doug's question, he was saying the DCA rule, the 5-to-1 rule, and the 5-to-1 rule have kept me out of Apex. So I'm interested now. Can you go over how it works? What are the PA fees? Choose monthly or lifetime. Is intraday okay or end of day better? Yeah, I'll do a quick overview. So any of you guys that don't know, Apex Trader Funding just revamps their entire model. So they still have their intraday drawdown accounts, the classic ones, but they pretty much made everything a little easier. Like it used to be a 30% consistency rule. Now it's a 50% consistency rule. You can still trade 20 accounts. The MAE rule is also gone, which was the one that a lot of people hated, where you couldn't risk more than 30% of your balance on a single trade. That's scrapped. So the main difference is they have two options now. They have intraday drawdown, which is their classic one, and then they have an end of day option. So Doug, in terms of which is better, that's just going to be about pricing. So the intraday is going to be cheaper. So like right now with the 85% off, the account will be like $22 for a 50K, something like that.
Sure.
If you do end of day, it's going to be like $30. So it's like an extra, it's extra money for end of day drawdown. Now here's my personal opinion on this, guys. What you don't know about, what a lot of people are like missing is that the end of day drawdown accounts, they stuck in a daily loss limit. So you have a daily loss limit. Now it's soft breach, just like any other futures firm. But the thing about those daily loss limits are, if you're somebody that's trying to run up 20 Apex accounts, like you want to be that guy that gets, a $500K payout or $1 million payout, whatever. It's going to be very hard with a daily loss limit because it never goes away. So let's say you start off with 50K accounts and you have a $1,200 daily loss limit. Even if your account balance goes up to 10,000, 15,000, which a lot of people do with Apex, they'll run them up. Your daily loss limit is always going to be stuck there at that 1,000. So personally, bro, I really don't mind the intraday drawdown. I trade small anyway when I'm building my buffer. I think I'm going to stick with the intraday, believe it or not. What I'm
interesting
about, though, yeah, because the daily loss limit can really mess you up once you get a bigger amount of drawdown. But
sure.
I don't mind the intraday drawdown. What I'm really excited about is not having the 30% MAE rule. And yeah, the 5-to-1 rule is another one where they don't let you risk more than 5 to make 1. So this is for like the ultimate negative risk reward traders. That's scrapped as well. I never needed to worry about that one either. But
we are sorry, just to cut you off. We are creating a half day. We're actually rallying quite hard, yeah.
I know, man. I really want to get long, but I'm just like too late to the party.
Yeah, geez, it's that move just on that 5-minute bar is quick 20 points, bro.
I know. But Code ZARB for the Apex accounts, guys. Code ZARB, lock it in.
Hey, he's an Apex man now too.
I got the payout. I'm not flexing Apex without payouts. I got a payout from 12 accounts in December.
Oh, really? Yeah, nice. I remember that. Yeah.
Gabrielle says that was very helpful. Wasn't too off on drawing mine. Thank you. Yeah, the indicator for value gaps is really helpful. James is saying SMT divergence for a short on MNQ. Is there SMT? It probably just got invalidated. I really don't want to short
invalidated this. No, it just got invalidated. They both made new highs now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm honestly not interested in shorting this right now, personally.
No, this is strong momentum now. Look, NVIDIA, Microsoft's got green. NVIDIA's rotating back higher. So, yeah.
They're saying, awesome. Is there any weird rules or is it different from Tradeify or Top One? No, that's the whole thing. The new plans don't have weird rules. That was their main purpose. So it's all really cut and dry. And their dashboard now will tell you if you get any violations for anything. They used to not tell you, and you'd have to find out when you request a payout. All of that's gone. So, yeah, they're making moves. First time on your stream. Always see you on Prop for Match TV. Let's go. Thanks for tuning in. Yo, James, you're going on PFM TV tomorrow.
I am, yes, sir.
I believe with Luna. That's what's up, dude.
That's right, yes, sir.
Dude, we are rallying, man. Shit. Yeah, I'm not sure what we can do here. We're definitely going to inverse this this gap. So we just got up to the London session highs right here.
Yeah, I mean, dude, look at the moves. I think I don't know how. I know obviously with CFDs you can control the risk a little bit better. But look at these moves, bro. You definitely have to be sizing down. I mean, this is the DAX on a 15-minute time frame. Overnight, we literally, to the lows, we were down 1,050 points. And now just on this pullback off the lows, we've pulled back 300 points.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's very, very aggressive at the moment. Like from from lows to highs right now, where it's over 100 points, you know. And this is what I was looking for. I actually drew this up. This is why I was a bit upset that I missed it on my other batch of accounts. Remember, as I said, I'm not trading. What I like to do, Zach, on my FTMO accounts is I look to make like between 2 and 5%, and then I lock in the payout, and then I wait for the payout dates. And it's every 2 weeks with the FTMOs. But yeah, so I wanted to move over to the new batch of accounts. But look what I actually drew up here this morning. I sent it to the guys in the Black Shirt Club, our private mentorship. But look, this is what I wanted at this time of year. Like a false breakout. And that's what I was looking for, bro. And this is what kind of happened at this morning. We break lower, pull back into it. I would have liked my entry somewhere here at the breaking those VWAPs with a stop at the low and now targeting back towards the high. So it's a bit too high for me to be buying it right now at the minute, at least.
Brother, it called the market right there, man.
Yeah, but it's not even about calling. It's just a bit upset that you have to obviously execute on it then too. Like a lot of people can call markets. You have to actually execute out. Get your screen up, Zach. I want to show that there's actually a funny thing here by, Tom Dante.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me find this thing. Yeah. But basically he says that there was a guy that he used to be at in the prop firm space when he was trading in-house at the in-house prop firm. And like he was the best market caller he's ever had, but he was a terrible at executing on it. I'll find it, yeah.
While you're looking at that, okay, I'll answer one more question about the Apex. Doug, you want to scale, have small green days like your boy T-Made. Yep. What just T-Made? What about me, bro? I'd be doing it. No, I'm just kidding.
Here we go.
Lifetime or monthly? Just lifetime, bro. They don't even make it make sense to do monthly. Like it'll be monthly, $100 a month for an activation fee, or it'll be like $60 lifetime. Always do lifetime. Sorry, James, continue. You want me to pull up your screen?
Sorry, yeah, I found it. He said, the best trade call I've ever known, a thread. This is the story, and this is what back in 2022, November 2022. This is a story of someone who could read the market well, but could not translate it into profitability. Just to go over it, GBP will move up to this level and then we'll put in a top for the day and close on its lows. He would vehemently insist while simultaneously shoveling Cocoa Pops into his mouth. One morning he told me he expected a solid move up in crude oil for the entire day. It was he declared wildy and spraying milk everywhere. Although I did not have the same route, I kept my eyes on it, and lo and behold, watched him move up for the entire day. Around 4 p.m., I was wrapping up and thinking about the long drive home. I congratulated him on the call and said something like, "What a day you must have had." With a dejected look on his face, he turned to me and said, "I've done my ass." I looked back at him puzzled. How? I asked. The market did exactly what you said it would.
Tell me he shorted.
I knew it would go up, but he was waiting for a pullback and it just wouldn't pull back. So I missed half the move, he said. I see, replied. Well, you can't catch them all. He nodded. But then I got frustrated and thought it looked overdone for the day. So I went short. I nodded, listening and with bated breath. I got stopped in it and he continued. And it really frustrated me that I'd gone short when I knew my bias was long. So then I flipped to longs as originally intended and doubled my size to recoup the loss, which is when oil started to pull back. And now long at exercise, I knew I'd be in trouble if I was wrong, so I had to cut it and took another big loss, only to see it go straight up again. Risk have just stopped me out for the day. I don't know what to say. Some are offering a weak platitude about sticking to one's plan, seeing it might just antagonize, so I just nodded sympathetically. Now, I wish I could tell you this was an isolated experience, but sadly it wasn't. Nearly every single day, this lad with an incredible read anticipated the market well, and nearly every day, this lad subsequently sabotaged his read, merely suspected poor discipline. But basically, he said, and while you're reading, if you have a clear read on a given day, make a plan and try to stick to the effing thing. But yeah, just that's quite a cool thread. I think you guys can go read it in more depth. But
bro, that's hilarious. And I mean, y'all, you're lying if you've never done that on some degree. I've done that. I've been like at 8 a.m. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so bullish today, guys. I'm going long. And then for some reason I find myself shorting. And my original analysis was correct. We've all been there. That's hilarious.
Yep.
So. Some more comments. What's everyone saying? So people are asking thoughts about Top Step. I'd love to get. Do you have any opinions on it? I mean, you're kind of like detached from the futures side now, James.
Bro, the only really futures firm I've traded with is a little bit of Traderfly and Top One Futures, right? I haven't really traded. Top Step now allows South Africans, but obviously with all the rules and that, I just haven't taken a challenge with them at Combine.
Like here, yeah. I mean, guys, Top Step's great. They'll always be around. They're a legit firm. I just think they've done a lot of like silly stuff, like the 20% balance with for a lot going to a live account. You're right, Doug. That like 95% of people are never even going to get to that point. But there's just something about what's annoying. What they annoy me, man, because there's something about the way they like carry themselves in the space. They're always like gaslighting us and telling us it's for the trader and it's for us to find the good trader. Like they never just admit that this is a game where they need to make money on the fees and they need less money to go out from payouts. Like they're never honest about it. And then they also get all high and mighty on other firms and call other firms scammers. And I think that's where a lot of people get annoyed. It's like, yeah, their plan is still pretty good. It's a perfectly fine plan. It was way better. It used to be the best plan in the entire industry, and now it's not at all. They're not competitive anymore. They're still worthy of trading, but it's just like it's that, and it's the way they go about it. It's like they just will not admit to you, like, hey, man, we've been getting cooked on payouts, guys, because of all these silver and gold moves. Like they'll never say that. They're like, we just happened to decide that this is better for the trader. Like it's just so stupid. So I think people get annoyed by that, and then they give them extra shit because of stuff like that.
Yeah, as we're moving up here on the indexes.
Yep. Yeah, man, what do I do here, chat? I would like to keep taking trades, but like, damn. I'll probably lock up Apex because the thing with Apex, James, I've been trading like, dude, the money I made here, I traded 1 micro, bro.
Sure.
Like for this P&L, it was 1 micro. That's how volatile it is. I could still make a couple $100 like a base hit day. It's called the 1 to 3 micro challenge for Mr. Zinc. I'm doing it on my Apex accounts, and they're already doing pretty good. Like I'm $1,000 ish away from being able to take a payout.
Dude, this thing's ripping, bro.
I know. I'm trying to think about other things so I don't get FOMO.
Yeah.
My goal is to get these to 4,000 so I could take out 2 each. I don't want to take out less. So I still got some. Yeah. So I got some work out of me still. But we'll see. And then Tradeify, I would like to make more on Tradeify, but I don't want to get caught rushing.
Sure.
Chasing.
Yeah, I mean, this would be the longs here, kind of. Let's go down to like a 5 minute. As I said, like as you pull back into the VWAP here and it bounces, that would be my longs because we are still trading heavily. Like nice. On days like today, I know a lot of people probably got crushed on a day like today. Because it moved in both directions. Probably guys getting short here and then trying to short the highs. Let's also go to my day. I've shown you my FTMO account. As you can see, I'm still flat here today, actually. As I said, a little bit annoying. I told myself I'm going to lock out. So I locked myself out that FTMO account. As I said, I always aim between 2 and 5% profit. I'm up 4.1 on that. So I'll take that payout.
Let's go.
Yeah. And then after that, I was like, I need to move over to my other accounts. And then obviously I didn't have them on the copy and everything like that. And then life got in the way with, you have a baby too. So I just never got around to actually putting them on the copy to trade. So I just kind of left it. I know as soon as I start to chasing that, that's when you get bad entry price and then you start clowning around. So yeah,
Dude,
not the end of
100%,
the world.
man. 100%.
There's a guy. Yeah, I'm from South Africa too. Yeah, nice. Where are you based in South Africa? I'm in KZN, bro. KwaZulu-Natal.
Lance's soundboard is unreal, bro. On the Prop for Match TV stream, I'm just always fucking around with the soundboard. I got my own sound effects in there. I got that fa sound effect. I need to get that on in here. That shit's fire. I probably overdo it. TradeZella, man. I haven't used TradeZella in like 2 years, bro.
Yeah, everyone actually put this is maybe a little bit of a I'll also show. Sorry, I didn't want to show you my year so far. So this is my year so far. These on actually most 90% of this on funded accounts. I can't add my personal account to it. They won't let me with the broker sync. But anyway, 18K in Jan. Fair by size down. I was just trading one of my FTMO 100K accounts because I was on the road traveling. I didn't even trade every single day. But I've had green days. At the moment, I'm on a 16-day green streak at the moment. So,
dude, you want to see my Tradeify calendar? It's like so not. No, it's not, bro. February was like disgusting for me. It was one of my toughest months in a long time.
Oh shit.
So I want to show you this calendar, but I haven't blown these accounts, man. So I'm very happy with myself. Here's a Tradeify journal. Look at all these red days, bro. It's been a while since I had this many red days.
Sure.
February was just so hard, but no blown accounts, man. Still trading the same 3 Tradeify accounts. Total P&L is still like almost 12 grand. But look at this, bro. This is probably the worst I've ever seen my RR and win rate, but still profitable. I'm freaking 54% win rate with an average RR of 1-to-1. Like low key, like nothing to brag about at all, but still in profit. So it just goes to show you, man, just grinding it back. I had
you got to shake off the red days, that's for sure.
Yeah, March is looking good so far. We're starting off strong with March, so we'll see.
So Zolani, is that you, bro? Is that you? Yeah, I'm also in Durban. Nice. Well, yeah, Durban area.
How do you do this, man? I struggle for a long time. Hey, I struggled for a long time too, brother. Very long time. Lance, you said the sound effects remind you of back in the day when you listen to radio? Hell yeah, that's why I like it. What strategy? Trev is asking, James, what strategy do you trade? It seems to be a very consistent and high win rate strategy.
Yeah, I got a high win rate strategy. I trade, as I said, with Auburn VWAP. I do use a little bit of edge-filled data in that too. So as you can see, I trade with Auburn VWAP every single day. There's 4 levels that I like to look at every single day. Previous days, highs and lows, and pre-market highs and lows. And then with the Auburn VWAP, I'm looking at that too. And then I do look at like fundamentals, what's happening in the stock market, any news and stuff like that. But predominantly just levels, Auburn VWAP, and those 4 levels that I mentioned. Previous days, highs and lows, and pre-market highs and lows. Yeah.
Yes, sir. The Tradeify account bounce back is impressive. It's difficult to not let multiple red days mess with mentality. Dude, yeah, you have no idea. It was honestly, February was not fun trading wise. It really wasn't. But my goal was like, just don't blow the goddamn account, Zach. You know, on that podcast with Austin, we talked about this. I had a podcast that came out on Saturday with Austin. And we talked about that. It's not just about payouts, guys. It's about like not spending the least amount possible. And I had a whole rant about this where I said the best thing you can do is get at least 2 payouts from the same set of accounts, because everybody's so focused on getting 1 payout. Like with the 50K accounts, it's a perfect example. Everybody, if they're trading instant funded, especially, their goal is hit the $3,000 profit target, take out 2,000 or 2,500, whatever the firm allows you to take out. Take the max amount. To a certain degree, I understand that. But you got to understand, man, if you do that every time, okay, how many of those accounts do you blow in the process of that payout? We all blow accounts. Like anybody who tells you they don't is full of shit. Prop firms are literally designed to be not in our favor, okay? It is like they make it hard for a reason. We have trailing drawdown, consistency scores, profit targets. The reality is that most of the time you're going to blow a few accounts in the pursuit of payouts. So if what you're doing is, let's say you're buying a 50K instant funded account. Let's say it takes you 2 attempts. You buy them twice to get your $3,000 profit target. Well, now you're down $1,000. You take your $2,000 payout. Now you're up 1,000. Now you got to pay taxes on that 1,000. So you're keeping like 600, 700 maybe. Then you're leaving yourself with like $500 of drawdown or $1,000 of drawdown. You're very likely to blow the account again. And then you're restarting the whole process. So the goal is just get 2. If you can get 2 payouts from the same set of accounts, your ROI triples easily, because it's just one more time that you get a payout on house money that you didn't have to spend to make it. It's really tempting to always take the payout at 3,000, take out my 2 or my 2,500. But depending where you're at in your trading, like if you're brand new and you just want to secure your first payout, I understand, take that money. But after that, once you start like getting a rhythm and you feel like you have a good strategy, you got to be more patient. And the goal should always be 2 payouts, same set of accounts. That's how you'll like remain very profitable with prop firms.
Yeah, I'm busy doing the markups for the day, as you can see. Zach, I put in a private chat there my link for all my socials and that. If you can, someone's asking to contact me, just put that in the chat there. It won't let me put in the comment section. I'm not too sure why.
Got you. Done. Oh, wait, let me do it in this. Here you go.
Yeah, thanks, sir. Yeah, I definitely think these longs over here, like longs here, as we break, and also I've been doing this for 9 years. Like I know, Zach, you don't do this as much as me, but I save markups and that. Like I'll show you now. Break VWAPs with stop at low of day. You're just more of like a field trader, right, Zach?
Oh, what was that?
Like you don't do markups as much as probably like and journals and everything like that as much as.
I don't journal, but I mean I do markups every day.
Okay,
like you go to my X feed, I always got the markups. Yeah,
okay.
I still do markups all the time. But
so like I want to show, like look at
I don't
this.
don't journal anymore.
I want to show you guys like this is actually what it takes to make money consistently. Look at this, bro. This is all my markups from every single month in the last 5 years. Why is it not scrolling now? But
you have all of them saved.
I got all of them saved, bro. Why is it not scrolling now? There we go. But look at that. Okay, go. I think it's go like that. But there we go. You can see. Like, look at that. So
yeah, that's amazing. I feel like I just post mine to X every day, like the trades that I take, and it's like my trading journal in a way, where I just post it to
No,
X.
of course. Yeah.
But no, that's legit, bro. You must have thousands.
Bro, yeah, I do. So yeah, I definitely think the play was like, yeah, Zach, like you're getting long like this. But I know you probably have to go with a wider stop, like on ES, that's quite a big stop, but I would like it something like that, 40 points. And I mean, you'd be up 80, 70 points at the moment. So like that's kind of like I would be looking for. But I would have been out at opening range high at these pre-market, like this level here, pre-market. That's where I would have been out personally. But yeah, nice, definitely at a very, very nice long position. Like a failed breakout. It's like you would call it like a sweet spot of liquidity, like that. Yep. And then we snap back quite aggressively. It's the same concept, right?
Yo, James, look at this. Austin just sent me this. He probably sent it to you too.
Let's have a look.
Hold on. Let me pull it up.
What's that? Ah, yes. Yeah.
You got the John Wick graphic, bro.
There you go. Look at that.
That's
top
sick.
shooter, baby. Gee.
Dude, I love the editing, but they also make us look like sick. Like I look like I have like lesions on my
Hey, but we've been through war.
True.
9:30 to 9:45 Eastern time.
Dude, true. Trading the NQ, that is war. We've been at war. That's funny.
Yeah, so yeah, I think it's obviously
opening range 15-minute or 30 from 9:30 New York time. That's a question for you, James.
Yeah, yeah, that's always the question I was answering. Orb 50 minutes, 9:30 to 9:45 Eastern. Yes, sir.
Zombies. Doug says, by the way, this is my second pre-live. First one after Max loss had 4K left in it. Then I got a payout on a 150K that had $5,500 after payout. They gave me a 6K account. Lost the 4K forever. Looks like you're probably still. Oh yeah, yeah. Doug is on his second pre-live account with Top One Futures, man. I think he said he took a payout today on it.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
Nice. That's
he's
that's
doing
a
the
massive
opposite.
achievement.
He's like,
If you
dude,
can
if I'm
take
above that
payouts on
balance,
account,
he's taking the money.
nice. I mean, if you can take payouts, you're doing better than most, right?
Yeah, exactly. This is my first time here. Do you also trade ES? Yeah. So especially if you're on in the mornings. So like in the morning, it's mainly James comes on in the morning also, but it's Austin, Evan, Randy, all those guys mostly trade ES. I trade NQ. James, you do a little bit of everything, I feel like.
I do, bro. I do. I mean, we can look at my stats here. So let's go my stats from year to date. Let's go reports. That's what I like TradeZilla for personally. So you can see from Jan 1st to March 3rd, obviously. If you look at my reports and you go to my day and time, I do trade a little bit of the DAX in the London session too. So you can see my best trading time is actually between 4 and 5, which the open is at 4:30. So sometimes those quick scalps in the open. And my least performing time is 7 a.m., but ignore that. That's 0.63 hours. For FTMO in the beginning, I was to pass a challenge. I had to just enter a Bitcoin trade on the weekend. So you can see most of my trading is coming in the New York session after 3 p.m. South African time. So the open is at 4:30 p.m. It will be moving to 3:30 p.m. South African time from next week because you got daylight savings this weekend, correct, Zach?
I think that is this week.
Yeah, daylight savings is this Sunday, so it will move to 3:30 p.m. South African time. So as you can see, my best, between 4 and 5. That's where I'm making most of my money. And then sometimes late in the evening, I think like this 9 p.m. was when it was NFP. I was scalping the hell out of it. And I actually made like $2,000 on my FTMO funded account. So that was quite a nice day. But yeah, other than that, just really focusing on the session. I think what I did badly last year was I was trying to trade all day, every single day. So I'm only being focused on the New York session recently. As you can see, I had a couple of trades in the London session on the DAX, but not really much. Yeah.
That's so real, man. Yeah, you got to just like it's tough for me because I stream 4 hours with PFM TV, but I just make sure I make it very clear, guys, I'm not trading for 4 hours straight. Like I'm going to trade from 9:30 to 11. That's where most of my setups are going to occur. And after that, I'm hanging out. We're hanging out. We're answering questions. We're going over technicals. Or we have guests on, people like you, and you guys are trading maybe. But it's hard though sometimes. Like you know this because you stream.
I was 8% to my FTMO eval. Now I'm -5%, so 15% to go. I had so many mental rollercoaster. But yeah, I think when you're up that close, you got to reduce size. I think like when you're getting close to passing, at least in FTMO, you got to reduce size, especially when you are so close to passing. Like personally for me, like when I'm trading these funded accounts, Zach, what I've actually found and why I can even show you from the proof, why I'm getting scaled up is I haven't been taking big risks on these accounts. Like to make the $4,000, I think the most I risked on a trade was $1,000. Like it wasn't massive risk. You know, I'm just trying to get my base hits, take the winners and move on to the next. That what I like I'm not too brag about myself, Zach, but very few people reach this FTMO scaling plan. Like not many people get funded, reach the scaling plan because it takes consistency, right? Yeah.
It's probably like 0.10%, like 0.1% of people get to the scaling plan.
Yeah. So yeah. And that's on one account. I've got another account as well, and I'm trying to get max funded with FTMO too. And obviously I'm still trading my personal cash account too, Zach. I think everyone should be doing that. But I do think though that if you are trading prop firms, first build up, get payouts from prop firms, prove yourself there, and then move over to personal cash. Personal cash accounts, you can lose a lot more than obviously on prop firms. Like if you put in 10 grand into a personal cash account, you can lose that 10 grand if you clown around. You know what I'm saying?
Easily. Yeah. You got to trade it differently from props.
Yeah.
Doug says, so advice is to go for the biggest balance after the payout because that's what they use. I first tried to get right back in with Ignite. And if I would only have a 2K account. Oh, you're saying that's advice for pre-live. Yeah, that makes sense. Alex just sent a markup in the chat. Let me take a look at this.
Zach, I got to head off in the next minute. I just need help. Amanda Beckham is crying, yeah, bro. But,
no worries, bro. No worries. Yeah, I'll wrap up.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I would have liked these longs. Unfortunately, as I said, I'll have the account set up for tomorrow, the other batch of FTMO. So we'll go from there. But yeah, I got that powered next week that I'm going to take. So that's my update, my side. I would have liked to take the longs here with you on stream, but quite a tricky one because it could, as you said, because easy of come down off that level too.
Yeah, it was a tough read to just follow the momentum. I get the longs earlier, but yeah, to just follow the momentum, it worked today. But we've been very bearish. You could have easily went the other way. So it was a tough trade. I totally get it. No trades for me either so far.
Yeah.
All right, brother. I'll let you go, man. Yeah, go take care of the kid.
Yeah, get your screen up. Get your screen up, and then just before I head off, guys. So on these streams with Zach and I'll be on here rest of the week and then into next week as well. I used to trade live with Austin at the Open. These streams actually work a lot better for me in the evenings with you, bro. Give you also some company. You've been doing them for long by yourself. So hopefully you guys get to connect with me here. Follow my social media accounts. Zach put it in the chat. Zach, if you can just put it in the chat again for me. And then we'll walk through the good days, the bad days, and everything in between. It's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows, but Zach and I know how to make money long term. We're not claiming to be the best traders in the space, but we know how to make money for a living doing this. So yeah, appreciate you, Zach. We'll see you on
man.
Tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow, James. Have a good night, brother. Talk to you later.
Cheers, guys.
Peace. All right, chat. So who was this? Alex wanted me to check this out. Let's take a look at this trade. So she said valid long, or it's probably Guy. Sorry, Guy or gal. Valid long, question mark. So let's see. This is the 15-minute time frame. Okay, you're expecting a retest into that 15-minute bullish fair value gap. It looks like there's some type of VWAP there that might add confluence to the idea. Yeah, it could be a valid long. Here's what I would say. If you're going to trade similar to the way I trade in any capacity, a big thing that you need to start implementing is draw on liquidity. Okay. It's not just about looking for an entry signal. A lot of traders get caught up with that. All they do is focus on the entry technique. Entries are important, don't get me wrong, but you need to have a narrative for why the market's going in the way it's going. Now, if you trade the way I do, or you watch the liquidity concepts course that is here on ASFX TV, I talk about draw on liquidity a lot. And what that does is it brings us narrative, right? So that is a valid long area idea, totally valid idea. But we need one last element, which is why is the market going to continue going up other than the fact that there's an entry signal? Now, if you watch the liquidity concepts course, we look at things like fair value gaps, which is imbalances, because the market likes to fill those imbalances. And we like to look for things like double tops, double bottoms, session liquidity, like the Asia session high, the London session high, stuff like that. That is going to be a really important component that you want to add if you're going to use stuff like fair value gaps or trade similar to me. So I'd recommend watching the course because I go over this really in depth. It's absolutely key to the way that I trade. But to answer your question, is it a valid long? I think to a certain degree, yes. So this is that 15-minute gap that you are looking at. Now, what would be a potential draw on liquidity today on ES? I think you can keep going up here. Why do I like right here? So this is 6,856. It's because there's a double top right here. If we zoom in, these are perfect equal highs. So yeah, I can see the market coming up here. This also coincides with the Asia session. So like we might want to come all the way up to the Asia session high liquidity, stop out all those overnight traders. So I think it's valid. So your idea would look something like this if it was to play out. Retest, fill that fair value gap to bring it higher. Yeah, I think it's a valid long if you get in there and it looks good and you get an entry technique in there. I think it's a valid long idea. Now, I'm not saying to do this, but another way to use draw liquidity, I'm just doing this to teach you an example, is to anticipate that the market is going to want to trade into this 15-minute imbalance, right? So you can actually potentially frame a short idea. This would obviously be more of like a counter trend scalp, but a short to trade into this gap. Now, I'm not saying that this is a trade that you want to take. I'm just trying to help paint the help you understand what I'm talking about here, because these fair value gaps don't just work as support or resistance in a classic sense. They're imbalances in the market. So they also magnetize price, and you can trade into them looking to fill the gap. So we might actually get that here. You might get the move down into that gap. And while I'm not saying that you should take that trade, I'm just trying to help you understand the narrative that I'm talking about, building the narrative for a direction. But yeah, good read on the 15-minute gap. Totally. Do you do this kills on stream daily? We do it Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays right now. So we'll be live again tomorrow and then the following day. And that's every single week, Brittany. Oh, it was on NQ. Yeah, same thing on NQ. Same idea. Same idea. Yeah, I think you might get it here. I do. Yeah, tough read though. Tough read here to you don't want to get long up at the highs. And unfortunately, it's been working though. Like the longs at the highs have been working really well all day. But they work until they don't work. You know what I mean? I think you might get that pull back into this 5-minute gap. I think it might be time. Market is so volatile, man. Yeah, damn. I mean, guys, we only got 3 minutes left. I guess we'll cut it here. I think this was a good stream. I think it was informative at least. No trades to be taken today, but that's just how it goes sometimes. We will be back again tomorrow, okay? As always, same time as always, 1 p.m. And we'll take it from there. We'll be back with James Bruce. And yeah, guys, we'll leave it there for the rest of the day. Hope you all have a good trading day, and I will catch you in the PM sesh. Peace.